in quicksand. I can take it, man. Years spent drowning in quicksand. I can take it, man.
Right, and I do it all over again. Raven, it's good to talk to you. Here we go. We'll pretend this never happened before. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, I'm ready to do this thing here tonight.
All right, let's pretend, like I said, we never spoke before. I'll ask you all the same questions. You give me all the same answers. Sound fair?
Yeah.
The exact same.
Okay, good.
So, of course, we'll talk about the band, of course, Six String Revolver, how that got started, what's behind the name. So talk to me again about the band, how it got started, where it comes from. There's an interesting story. You were kind of doing your solo gig, and then all of a sudden something was asked of you. You got to get something going. Tell me about how it all got together.
Okay, well, so I was doing my solo stuff, like you said. I release solo music from time to time, and someone asked me to come in and do a opening spot for Saving Abel and POD. And I was like, man, nice. I don't even have a band put together, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I want to take the spot.
Yeah, I'll figure it out later. I'll take the spot.
Yeah, basically. Yep. Book it. I'll take the spot, and then I'll figure out the band. And so I did. I started putting together all the best players I could find in the area, and that's how the band came about. And we didn't want to call it Raven Cain because it was different from just my solo project, Raven Cain. So I had the name Six String Revolver sitting on a shelf that I'd been working with for quite some time. Me and my good friend Chris Richardson. We were doing a project called Six String Revolver together, and so it was just been sitting on the shelf, and I pulled that name out. Worked perfect.
How long have you been doing the solo band Raven Cain before this? Like, how many years had gone by before you were doing the solo work, before the new band came up?
Well, I took a break from music for a while, and I moved out to Utah, and this lady came up to me and asked me to play some acoustic songs for a wine and cheese event. And I was like, wine and cheese event? I guess, man. I guess I can play some Elvis or something, and some songs. And so I just pulled out my guitar and started doing it. And that was back in 2015. And I just started playing with my acoustic guitar. And next thing I know, I had people wrapped around the building waiting for me to get in. And I did this version of You Are My Sunshine. kind of like creepy, spooky version of You Are My Sunshine. And
nice.
Yeah, I recorded it in my closet.
Oh wow!
And I had some
guest the best place for that.
Yeah. I had some guest musicians, and they're always like, "I'm coming out of Raven's closet." Yeah. You know what I mean? And funny. Somehow it got sent over to Universal, and next thing I know, I was having managers come and watch me play, and Universal, a subsidiary of Universal, signed me to their label, all out of this little small town in Utah, and just me and my acoustic guitar.
Wow. At a wine and cheese festival, no doubt.
It started with a wine and cheese, and then I started playing the clubs, and the next thing you know, it's just me and my guitar. And then I put out a couple albums on Universal.
So when you got approached to actually do this opening slot with Saving Abel and POD, did they not want your solo band, or they wanted like a full band? Like, how come you didn't go out with your solo band? Why did you form a new band to take that tour?
My guitar player's wife passed away, and my bass player went to rehab, so I didn't have the Raven Cain band together. Basically, everybody was kind of scattered, so I needed to do something new, and I could have formed Six String Revolver just as Raven Cain, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted a band, not just myself. You know what I mean? Like, I wrote all the songs, I directed the band, I pretty much told them what they needed to do, and they did it. I wanted a brotherhood. I wanted a band again. I wanted to write songs with other people. I wanted other people's input. I didn't want to be the head honcho. You know what I mean? I wanted that brotherhood.
Yeah, to bounce ideas off, to have collaboration with, to have that environment, right? I mean, a lot of people like that. A lot of people when they write and they have their own ideas, they want to keep that for themselves and they want people to just come in and out of it. But you wanted that kind of someone to like I said, bounce ideas off and to have that kind of environment where you actually have a collaboration and creative thing going on.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
And now I have that, Hawkeye was the guitar player. He played with me in one of my bands that I was in, and we just had a natural chemistry with each other. I mean, he's such a badass, man. And,
yeah.
Just rips up the guitar and live. He's all over the place. He's
moving
live.
around. He's like going,
yeah. He's off the stage, on the stage, running around in people's faces, and all kinds of stuff. And that's the type of thing I do too. And so we make kind of a good pair and great chemistry with each other. And the other guys were just phenomenal. Too.
No, that's awesome to hear. You said you had the name Six String Revolver sitting on the shelf for a little while. What does that name mean to you? Why that? Like, what does it say? What does it say to you, basically?
Well, when we were putting that together, it's a guitar-driven type of music, and the revolver part was like, we wanted to say the truth. We wanted it to hit hard, and we wanted it to hit, go straight to the heart. You know what I mean? So guitar-driven music with a message that is point blank, shoots straight in. I like to say that Hawkeye's the sixth string and I'm the revolver.
There you go. You're the one shooting off from the mic, and he's the one with the sixth string behind you, right? Or beside you. Right, exactly. I won't say behind you. We say beside you.
That's not taken away from the other guys. They're a huge part. The rhythm section is phenomenal.
Who are the other guys? I don't know if we mentioned them, but can you say who they are?
Yes, sir. Monster's on the drums. I give everybody little nicknames. Monster's on the drums. And then we have Ash on the bass guitar, and they are one of the best rhythm sections you're ever going to come up. And actually, I call Monster the ring general because he kind of like he has a way of controlling the chaos because I get a little wild even in band practices. He's like, Raven, you gotta calm down.
You gotta focus. We're here to practice, so save that energy for the stage or something. Yeah. We're just in this little space. We're in this little closet right now. There's not a lot of room for that explosive energy.
Exactly, man. And I'm like, squirrel.
Me too. Yeah, it's the same thing too. Oh, blue. The color blue always gets me, or something that's blue. That's funny. When you had that opening slot, how long did that tour last? Like, how long were you guys on the road for?
Six String Revolver, you mean, or Raven Game?
Six String, when you guys were on the tour with Saving Abel and POD.
We didn't go on tour with them. We just had an opening spot for them at a festival.
That was one show. Okay.
Just one show. It was just and Six String was going to be maybe even a one-off project.
But that was my next question leading in, is how did that change? Like, what made you decide to, I guess, keep it as a full-on fledged recording project, touring project?
We got offered to open for Saliva.
Nice.
So then we opened for Saliva. Then we got offered to open for Fishbone. So we opened for Fishbone. Then we got offered to open for Faster Pussycat. So then we went and opened for Faster Pussycat. So we kept getting these offers, and we just kept packing the houses. And then we had an offer to headline a show, and we sold out in 10 minutes. I mean, it just continued to swell and swell and swell. And it's because the chemistry, and because the Raven Cain band did really well, but we didn't have the chemistry. You know what I mean? This is like, there's no leader. There's just all of us together forging the path, and we're just doing it together. And I think you can feel that authenticity and chemistry when we're performing.
Yeah, and that's how it looks. I want to talk about the Quicksand music video as well, too. That's a whole story, how that all came together, too. But that's what it sounds like with the way, because, again, Raven Cain, that's you. So if it's a band based around that name, of course, the immediate assumption is going to be this is a solo project. This is all about you. You're the main guy. You're the singer. You're the one, up front. But this six-string Revolver, that's not tied right to you. You can't pick you out of that. That could be anything. It could be a bunch of people. You already described why. So that's why that kind of comes together, where you can kind of not hide behind it, but you have a more of a collaborative thing where everybody's involved because it's the six-string Revolver. I think there's six. There's not six guys in the band, but I mean, you still have that conglomerate of guys together in a band name. That's what, like an Aerosmith or a Guns N' Roses, right? Six-string Revolver. Right. Guns N' Roses, kind of similar.
And that's a lot of those guys are influences. You know what I mean? It's like they talk about a band of brothers, and that's basically what we are. A band of brothers. we stick together and help each other out and do things. Actually, my light guy's helping Hawkeye out right now. We're doing a project. It's just like we help each other out. We do things with each other. We hang out. And you can tell in a lot of our videos that we do.
Like your real life friends, yeah. It's not on a separate bus or a separate van and everyone's staying in their corner and come out and see it on the stage. It's like you guys all get along, right? You all for one for all, right?
Yeah, man. I don't think we've ever had an argument in the band, ever.
That's good. Knock on wood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's you're running down the people that you've opened for, Faster Pussycat, and then of course we talked about POD, we talked about Saving Abel, like all the different bands you guys have opened for. That's pretty eclectic. I mean, they're all in the rock genre, but it's kind of different eras there too. Do you find that your music, or you maybe personally, fit in with a different era of rock? Do you personally, from your influences, have one that you feel more comfortable with when you're touring with somebody, or you'll take what's out there?
I love all kinds of music, man. So I feel comfortable with just about anybody in the rock genre. I adore music. It's sort of my life. So I don't gravitate to one or another. Although I guess if I'm listening to music, my playlist is so eclectic. It's ridiculous.
Right.
So.
That's nice. Yeah, same as mine too. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about Quicksand with the time that we have here. The Quicksand video, how that came together. Of course, if anyone looks at it, it's on YouTube. It's on your official channels. Came together through some AI stuff. But talk to me about why you, what it basically is in the Quicksand video, what it's about, and why you chose to go with the AI. I can't even say that word properly. AI to versus some kind of performance video or something like that, what people are doing. What made you go down that path?
Oh, that's a good question. So my friend Sky turned me on to doing AI, and Sky Benson, he wrote the AI for that music video, and I edited all the other stuff in together with it. He just made it, and it was just it really kind of summarized the lyrics in the video. I mean, it's about always feeling like you're sinking, man. You just can't get ahead. And actually, one of the lyrics is, I have a heart of stone, and that's why in the video I'm black and white the whole time.
That's true. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that too, and then you just mentioned it. Yeah, why you're different.
I'm representing stone in that video. The heart of stone, and yeah, but he wrote the AI for it, and it was so cool looking, and it just really fit the stuff. And then we started putting our pieces in it, and I started editing it all together, and it just turned out really nice. And it's done pretty well on YouTube so far.
Yeah, it definitely has. I haven't looked at the views in a while, but it looked like it got a lot of attention, so that's very, very cool. I want to dig a little bit deeper in that and ask you how, if you don't mind sharing, how that came together as far as like he wrote the AI, like you said, based probably on a concept that you had for him, based on the lyrics, based on the song. But between filming what you guys were actually doing and then putting it's going to sound weird, maybe putting the AI around you, does that make, like, how did that work? Like, how did it actually physically come together between the AI and then the real guys in the video? Because it's not AI versions of you, I don't think, correct?
Right. So I filmed all the guys individually on green screens.
Okay.
In my studio. And I filmed Monster the drummer in one of our practice spaces. We got a couple different practice spaces, and so we filmed on him, and I just did it on my cell phone. Just my cell phone.
Really? Wow.
I filmed myself in the green screen room just by myself. Press record and set up and did it myself.
There you go.
That's one thing about us.
That's amazing.
We definitely do it yourself. We've made all of the videos, and we've done all the recordings, and we've had some producers and some engineers and things, but for the most part we do everything. I print all of our own t-shirts, and I do all of our merchandise, and to do it yourself, right? And that's probably, it's better for your control too. You get the exact control of what you want. You get the actual vision of what you want right there, and no one's telling you how to do it, making modifications that you don't agree with. I mean, that's the best way. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's worthwhile in the end. You get your vision, your project right there in front of you, and that's what you want people to see. Oh yeah, I mean, if you get a t-shirt from 6 String Revolver, I printed it myself.
There you go. I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to get me one. I'm going to tell people that proudly. That's awesome. So I want to talk to you about how we connected to, of course, through Ragebreed record label and Karina Scher. Talk to me about how she came on your radar, because we talked about before, and again, you mentioned it recently about being on Universal, but this time it's a different label. It's more homegrown, smaller label. How's that working for you? How did you get in contact with her? Did she approach you? You approached them? And basically give me the story behind how you got on their label and what the relationship's been like since then.
Well, I met this guy named Brian who was with another record label for a time. He was with Curtain Call, and he moved over to Ragebreed at one point. And I reached out to him. He said, "Oh well, I'm working with Ragebreed," and so I sent Ragebreed our press kit, and she reached right out to me, at that point, like, "Hey, this is we want you guys to meet with us." And so I'm telling my drummer and the rest of the band, like, "Hey, Ragebreed wants to meet with us." He's like, "Stop it! Stop lying to me! That's not true." And I'm like, "No, seriously, it's true." Like,
Is it because they're jaded on labels, or you were, or is it just because they didn't believe that anybody would reach up? Yeah, you
I
are.
Definitely am.
You are.
They're not. They're
Okay.
like, "Oh, it'll never happen. It'll never happen." But I'm definitely jaded with labels. But yes, she met with me on the phone. We had a great conversation. I had an instant affinity for her and her, like, her passion, and I could just tell from her energy over our conversation that I liked her instantly. And I've got to tell you, they have done fantastic. They really have. I mean, they have a team, and they work with a team. They're in
Right.
constant communication with us. They're pushing us. They're doing things more so than Universal did for me, to be honest with you. I mean, I had Universal, the big label. There was
Mhm.
the
The big machine behind it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but it was not personal, and it was
No.
I was always talking to lawyers and all kinds of stuff. With them, I'm talking directly with the head of the label and the team itself. And she believes in us, and that means so much to me and the rest of the guys in the band. It's been a fantastic experience so far.
Now she's not. We know that she's not. They're not based in America. Did that make you kind of leery, at least at the start, wondering how much involvement that she might be able to offer based in another country?
It did make me leery at first, but after I got the agreements and everything, and I saw how she has it structured, like, "Oh, this is gonna be perfect." And now that I've actually been involved with them, they've been fantastic. They've been
Hmm.
fantastic, and there've been people saying, "Oh, don't sign with this label, or don't do that." And I went against their advice, and I'm glad I did, because Rage Breed is phenomenal.
Yeah, they are. And I'm not just saying that because I have a show on their network, but I mean, everyone's got opinion about a label. If you didn't go with that one, they may say go with this, go with that. I mean, you can listen to 1,000 different people. Or you can trust your gut, which is based on talking to her. It sounds like that's what you did. You didn't just blindly sign based on what's said. You talked to her, you got a good feel for her real vibe, and then you signed away because you felt comfortable doing it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, she made me feel comfortable right off the first conversation, and and she is not disappointed, not a bit, not a bit.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. So talk to me. You have a new album. That's the first one being released. They're the ones releasing your first record as Six String Revolver. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the name of the album?
Be somebody.
Be Somebody. I want to be somebody, and it's out now. People can get it. Is there physical copies as well too? I know it's online.
Yes.
Yep, physical copies as well too.
You can go to sixstringrevolver.com, and it'll lead you right to the Ragebreed site that you can order the record.
I want to talk to you about another song. It's been a minute since I heard it. I listened to it a little while back, but Outlaw Woman was another track that I kind of dug too. I don't know if there's a video for it. I didn't see it, but talk to me a bit about that song if you can.
There's a demo lyric video. When we put a demo together of it, we're going to put out another video for it, an official video. Yeah, it's loosely based about my wife and me on a road trip that we took.
Nice.
And my wife is the ultimate outlaw woman. She's about as badass as could be. The only person on the planet I'm totally terrified of is my wife.
She might be listening to this one day, so yeah, good plan. Good plan.
And I mean that in the best way.
Of course.
She is bold and brave, and does does amazing things that you would not believe that this woman can accomplish. And she has been supportive for me through Universal, through this, and every area of my my career. She's been nothing but supportive. In fact, she's the one that sells our merchandise, does our ticketing, and takes care of all our packaging and all that stuff. She does it all.
No, so it is
But
like
anyway,
homegrown DIY, yeah, for sure. Keeping the family.
It's a family business, yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, all the members of the band are part of the family, you know, and so
That's awesome.
yes, it's about her, but also about all the independent women in the world, really, you know, standing up and you know, being bold and you know, I encourage all women to take the power back and be the powerful person. I think the most powerful people on the planet are women.
Absolutely. Yeah, we wouldn't be here without them. Nobody would, them or us. So, I mean, what more can you say about that,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to dig into some of your hobbies as well, especially the martial arts. I saw some videos about you doing that. Your background in that. Talk to me a bit about how that came about, what your background is in martial arts, how you got interested in that, and then basically what you're doing with that now on the side.
I started when I was 5. You know, I got getting picked on on the playground, and my mom put me into judo and jiu-jitsu, and I've been doing it ever since. And you know, I do jiu-jitsu. I do kempo and boxing, kickboxing. I do a variety of things. Been doing it my whole life. Just part of me, just like the music is. You know, I went to martial arts school, which is nice.
Yeah, that's the video I saw. I can't remember which one it was, but it was basically inviting people to come and try it out. I just want to comment on the demeanor of the way you were inviting people in. Just in the one video I saw, it's just like, take a chance, see if it's right for you. I think you actually said, see if this is right for you. It's no obligation, no hassle. Just come down, take a look at what we're doing, see if it's right for you, see if it fits. It just seems so welcoming and so like for someone who's maybe worried about, I don't know, taking martial arts, getting hurt, getting beaten up, or it's not for them. It seems like that you made it sound like a really safe environment for people to try who are at maybe no level or some level they might want to check it out. So I remember seeing that after we talked the last time, and I wanted to obviously talk to you about it again. Luck would have it, now we are. So I just wanted to bring that up to you and just say how, you know, cool that looks and how passionate and involved you seem about the school that you have. So I just wanted to give you a kudos on that too, and people should check it out if they're in your area.
It. Well, I call it you know what? It's an ohana. It's a family. Family means everything to me, and you know, and we're part of what's known as the Kaizen clan. And the Kaizen basically means, you know, nonstop, never-ending improvement, and you know, a little bit of improvement every day. And then that's what I believe in for myself personally, and for my martial arts students. And my son is taking over the dojo. He's running the dojo for me, and
Right.
I'm not able to do it. So.
That's right, because you're going to be busy coming up too. I think you have some shows coming up in the next couple months. Now we're in June, but I think July, I think you're on the West Coast coming up in the next couple months. Do I have that right?
Yeah, we got a bunch of shows coming up in June and July and August. Lots of shows coming up, and you know, they're working with a booking agent to get us on the road, and that's what we're working on. So my current my dojo and stuff like that's being run by my son and family, and then you know, everything else I do on the side is you know, from printing T-shirts to giving vocal lessons. You know, I do a little bit of everything.
Giving vocal lessons. Wow. I got to hear about that. How did you get into that? Do you find that hard to do with people who come to you? I would assume that people coming to you for the most part would be people that are novices, someone who, like, let's say myself, who's never actually sang professionally and doesn't know how to sing. Do you actually get a lot of those people, or do you get more people who can sing, who are musicians that just need help having a better form and breathing? Which do you find is more like the people that come to you for clientele?
I think both, you know, but I, in my opinion, you know, if you are a professional singer, then you should be taking vocal lessons, you know, even if you are the person giving lessons, you should be taking vocal lessons, you know. Even Randy
Right.
Rhoads took guitar lessons, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Good analogy. Yeah.
You know, if you want to have good vocal health, especially if you're on tour, you know, your body is the instrument, so you have to take good care of yourself and good care of your voice and good care of your nutrition and your diet. You know, your what you drink and everything. You know, as a professional singer, you are the instrument, so you have to be particularly careful.
Yeah, absolutely. I've talked to, I've interviewed a bunch of musicians, singers over the time, and they all have different rituals. Do you have an actual ritual? Some are very famous, and people have talked about screaming in towels or doing the scales, or some people do nothing, like Ryan James Dio apparently did nothing, walked out on stage, and that was it. But that's right, not everybody's Dio, obviously. Do you have, without giving maybe any secrets away, do you have a routine that kind of works for you that you found at this time?
Oh yeah,
Especially as you move on and get older. Not to say you're getting old, but we all get older, obviously.
right.
Yeah.
We just age.
You just age gracefully, like fine wine. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I do scales and things, and I carry a towel around with some ointment on it that I smell. It opened up my sinus cavities.
Okay.
I do some yoga and stretching, and I do a little bit of shadow boxing and warm my body up, stretching and that type of thing. Then a lot of times I'll take one shot of Fireball.
Really?
It seems to relax
Wow.
my throat a little bit.
Okay.
One shot of Fireball, and then then of course I drink water the rest of the time. But yeah, that's sort of my routine.
Is that something that?
I made a mistake of telling somebody that once at our last show at our album release party. I said I don't normally take just one shot of Fireball, and next thing I know, I had Fireball after Fireball after Fireball.
Well,
After
that's
Fireball.
what you're just giving the fireball. Fireball. You're gonna take this and you're good to go. Yeah. That's not what I meant. It's one. Do you do that? You're not doing. Are you doing that after every show, like before every show, or is it every tour? Like, let's say you go on a few shows. You're not. Are you doing that every single time, or not?
One
Just
shot
one.
of Fireball.
One shot before you go out.
Just
Yeah.
one shot.
That's okay.
I'm never gonna tell anybody in the audience again that I do that,
Yeah.
so I don't get loaded with Fireball.
Exactly.
shots.
Yeah. Everyone has a drink for you. The bigger the venue, the worse it gets. Obviously, that's a. You maybe want to stay in a small club at that point, or say nothing.
Man. I mean,
Not good for your
Fireball's-
liver. Yeah, you'll have bigger problems for sure. So coming up, of course, the album is out. People can get it. You're redoing the Outlaw Woman, making a new video. You have You have some tour dates coming up. What's the future hold for the band? New music? Are you working on new stuff? You and the band? Do you have further reaching more across the U.S.? Do you have other countries coming up that you might hit? Maybe Canada, the U.K. Can you speak of any plans coming up for the band?
Love to hit the UK. Love to hit overseas for sure. Hopefully that will be something that they can facilitate for us. I was just looking at the Camden Music Festival. I'm kind of put my hat my
Hat in the ring. Yeah.
So yes, definitely writing new music. We're going to be doing another music video for one of the songs on the album coming up. It's going to be kind of racy, kind of song, kind of a little controversial. I think this video is going to be. So I'm looking forward to getting that out. We're going to actually film that in 2 weeks. We're going to, of course, we're filming it ourselves.
Right.
But we're filming it, and I've already started working on all the other details of the video. We have a couple actors in it and stuff like that.
Okay. Will you be using, I don't know if you want to say, but is it more straightforward, like no AI, or is it going to be a little bit on the side with that, with other like kind of elements of that? Can you say anything about how it's going to come together for this one?
It doesn't really have any AI at this point. I'm not sure if we're going to use any filler AI or not, but it does have an actress and a couple actors and stuff. So if it does have AI, it maybe it will, but at this point it doesn't.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it's good to have it. If you use it too much, a lot of people like to rely on that, of course, all the time. And I love certain aspects of it, but when it's used too much, it shows it's too much, right? Too much is too much when it comes to that. So I think there's a lost art with like real videos, real MTV videos that you would see back in the day, right? It's missing. So it's nice to have AI to really kind of enhance and take some features and really make them pop. But if you do it too much, and maybe you'll agree, you're losing the effect that you might have wanted or got in the first place.
I totally agree. Yeah. The last one was a lot of AI. This one is not going to be hardly any AI. And we'll see what the next one is after that. But yeah, I definitely want to be as creative as I possibly can with no limitations, but I don't want to rely on AI either,
Right. Yeah, leave that be the only thing that you have. Because if you have so many ideas that are natural and organic, you want to bring them to light. And if you can make that happen on your own without AI, that's even better, right? And AI is just a little tool for assistance, but I mean, it's not going to be your crutch. It's not going to be your rely on, right? Exactly. with the time that I have with you, I know the clock's counting down, but I'm really fascinated by, I mentioned 2015, 2016 is when you were doing the solo project, but go back before that. When did you first start singing or having a band professionally? But that wasn't the first time you were out there, or was it? When does the Raven Cain story, as far as music, like professionally or otherwise, start for you?
I did my first concert when I was 13.
Okay.
I saw Jim Morrison perform. Well, not live, but I saw him on video
Right.
performing, and I was like, man,
How old are you?
I was like, that's who I want to be, man. Is Jim Morrison, and
Yeah.
I saw him performing, and that was it. I was hooked and wanted to do that for the rest of my life, and so I started performing when I was 13, and when I was in my 20s, I was in with a band called Red Totem Idol, and we got a deal with Dreamscape Records out of New York City.
All right.
We did a few things, and we got a song on Malcolm in the Middle and stuff, and we
Really?
did
Wow. There's a blast from the past. People know that
Yeah.
show from the late 90s. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. We did some shows with Henry Rollins and Seven Dust and LA Guns and a few other bands like that, but it was kind of a shock rock type thing,
Yeah.
I definitely would bust myself open and bleed and
Nice.
wax and light myself on fire and all kinds of different stuff.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
it's going back to what you said too. You mentioned LA Guns before that. You mentioned Faster Pussycat. So we're talking about a lot of more modern, more heavier bands, and then you'll throw in like an I don't want to say hair band because I love those bands so much, but you'll throw in an '80s band like you said, LA Guns. Then you said Faster Pussycat. It's just funny that you can transcend. You can fit in both with those types of bands that a lot of people find very polar opposites.
Yeah.
Rock snobs, if you will, be like, if I like LA Guns, I'm not listening to the newer stuff. If you listen to LA Guns, you're not cool, man. You're from the '80s. That's too far. You're just, you know what I mean? But you seem like you can fit in there very nicely, and that's kind of cool. You mentioned all these more modern bands, and then you throw in the '80s band right there. It's just so awesome that you can find a place for yourself amongst all those, and people should find you in there too. That's awesome.
I just love those bands and just pretty much everything, man. Like I said, my music is so eclectic. It's it goes anywhere from Frank Sinatra to flipping death metal.
Yeah, but Quicksand, like the song itself, has that big chorus, and like it has almost like an '80s chorus in there, and then maybe the verses are a little bit more modern too. I noticed that as well. And the more we talk about it, the more we dig into your past and your history, now it's just making sense for sure.
Yeah, I believe in a good strong chorus and something that's really catchy that people can sing along to. That's I think why people gravitate to Outlaw Woman, because it's got that
Yeah.
stuff. I like those type of things, and maybe it goes back to when I was in school, because I went to a governor's magnet school for music, and
Nice.
I did opera, and
Wow.
opera, and I wasn't fitting in with the show choir, because they were trying to get me to do all these dance moves, man. And
While singing opera, I don't know how that's possible. You're gonna be out of breath.
I was in the show choir
Jeez.
first, and then I was like,
Time for the
nah,
backing
nah,
tracks.
all this dancing, man. I was too cool for that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, transitioned me to opera, and so that's so I moved into opera singing, and I guess that's kind of what started the vocal lessons and all of that stuff, that went on with it. But that show choir really drove into my head a strong chorus.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I noticed too. And like the first taste of your music that I ever had was Quicksand. So I mean that was like, wow. I get like the best of both worlds for that. So it was very awesome. So I can totally see what you're saying. And like I said, people should check that out. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. Where can people connect with you? Where on social media are you active on there? Like, will you answer the people when they get out to you? Are you running the social media? I assume social media. I can't even say it.
Well, yeah, I'm the one that me and Hawkeye pretty much will run our social media campaigns. And so if you're on Facebook or Instagram or any of those things, just Six String Revolver, you'll find us. And you can go to sixstringrevolver.com, and that has all of our links and everything on there as well. And you can hear the album. You can connect with us on social media. You can watch the videos. It's all there.
And that's where they can see the tour dates too that you got coming up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Is it all booked up till the end of the year, or are you still looking to kind of fill those out?
Still looking to fill it out. We just got a new booking agent, so they're working hard to fill the calendar up.
That's awesome. Raven, it's better twice than once, so I really appreciate you coming by and doing this all over again. I won't pretend like it never happened when I do the intro for this. We'll talk about it, but it's been fun. I think we covered most of the stuff that we talked about before, and a few other things too. So I'm glad for people who have never heard of you or never heard of the band. Shame on them, but they should definitely get into this and check you out because there's some amazing music to discover. Not just saying that because you're here, but people should definitely dig in and give it a try.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Get shot down by the 6-string revolver. Bang, bang.